Hi, my name is Liza McCoy, and I am currently a high school English teacher. This is actually my 16th year teaching. And so when I started thinking about culminating the concepts and skills I've learned through this course, I thought it was only natural to compare and contrast the use of assessments within the educational world and the counseling world. And so to do that, I thought I would compare and contrast some of the elements found in the ACA Code of Ethics, as well as one of the articles we were assigned titled The Code of Fair Testing Practices in Education. And so many of the comparisons I noticed, first of all, the purpose of assessing in both situations, kind of understanding the purpose. The ACA Code of Ethics references in Section E1A, identifying and clarifying the purpose, as well as the Code of Fair Testing Practices in Section A1 for test users, understanding the purpose for testing. Both the ACA Code of Ethics and the Ohio Administrative Code discuss the importance of client welfare. And so I thought that was interesting as well. And finally, one of the last things I noticed was in Section E3B of the ACA Code of Ethics, it talks about recipients' results, and the Code of Fair Testing Practices in Education states on page 9, underneath Section C7 for test users, it says that test users will communicate test results in a timely fashion in a manner that is understood by the test taker. So I thought that was interesting. Within the classroom, because I follow an adopted curriculum from our Board of Education, the tests are created by Pearson, actually, and the assessments are directly linked to our curriculum and our standards. And so the students actually receive an individualized report of their strengths and weaknesses every time they take an assessment, which is a great benefit to have in the classroom. Some of the differences that I noticed, first of all, in the ACA Code of Ethics, it talks about in Section E2A the limits of competence. And so that counselors must only utilize assessments that they have been trained to do so. And in the educational world, at least from my perspective, because the personal teacher, the individual teacher has lost some autonomy, we are not making those types of decisions. So our board, our curriculum directors, they are making the decisions of what types of assessments, how often, including a norm referenced tests like MAP testing, as well as even our curriculum-based assessments are provided. And so we really don't have to make those decisions. So I think as a counselor, it'll be really important for me to consider the types of assessments I use, because it's something I haven't necessarily had to do within the educational world for several years now. It also mentions in the ACA Code of Ethics, it references the appropriateness of the instrument in Section E6A, which refers to the psychometrics of the assessment. The Code of Fair Testing Practices in Education references this in Section A5, page 5 for test users. But interestingly, I must say, as an educator, I have never been trained on reliability and validity. I must admit, the very first assignment, that discussion board that we had to do, was one of the most challenging assignments I have ever had to do because I was so unfamiliar. And so it's been interesting to learn that. And I think it shows the difference in the process of using assessments from the teaching world to the counseling world. So I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I've learned so much, and I thank all my peers and my instructor, and I'm just praying that all of you have a blessed week and have a great day. Thanks.